Ezekiel chapter 33 verse 30.
Bring it out.
Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord.
So everybody, when they walk by us, is like, yo, come hear this, man. The world is amazed that blacks and Hispanics are up here teaching the truth. The world is amazed that we're telling our people to put down the drugs, put down the guns, and come back to your God.
That's right.
They're amazed at this. Read.
Verse 31, and they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people. And they hear thy words, but they will not do them.
Say it again.
And they hear thy words, but they will not do them.
This is our problem. They hear and they beat that horn and they give us that fist pump and they say, keep up the good work, guys. But they don't do what the word says to do, man.
That's right.
It's, 1 second, brother. It's falling upon deaf ears. Read. Tell me one time.
But they will not do them, for with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness.
See that? Because their heart is going after what they desire, what they yearn after. They're not fighting the flesh to do what God wants them to do. You understand? You understand? So now you have to understand, if Christ came for the Israelites, right? And Christ came to redeem his people, what is going to be the judgment for the people that have us in slavery now? Huh? What is hell?
I heard it was like burning eternity.
Burning eternity? Like the lake of fire? Get Revelation 21. 20. Revelation 21. 1 second, Manasha. I see you. Keep it, all right? You got 13? You got he got 13. He got 13. You get 2. You know what I want? 2:24? You got Revelation 20:24? What is it? 2014? 2014. Read. Watch this. So you said hell is the lake of fire, right? I'm gonna show you how Christianity is Greek mythology. Read.
Revelation chapter 20 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
And death and hell,
So death and hell,
were cast into the lake of fire.
so death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. So how can hell be the lake of fire? You see that? This is why you need to be taught. And it's not wrong, brother. You're just learning. I was once the same man. I was once on the other side saying, that's in the Bible? Huh?
I'm not surprised.
I couldn't believe it. I was surprised. I ain't gonna lie. I was surprised. You understand? So let's get hold that. Get Jonah 2. We'll give you a little bit of the understanding of hell, right? Hell is a condition. That's what hell is. Just like heaven is a condition. Now, yes, there is a heaven of heavens, right? Which is where the Most High rests. That's the spiritual realm, right? What is outside of this matter, right? Outside of space, time, and matter. That is where the Most High rests. The angels are, right? Another dimension, if you want to call it that, right? But we're living in the white man's heaven now. He owns this entire earth. And this is our hell. You understand that? Read.
This is Jonah chapter 2 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Then Jonah prayed unto the Lord his God out of the fish's belly.
Now you know the story of Jonah, right? How Jonah was in the fish's belly, right? So Jonah is in the fish's belly praying to the Most High. Read.
And said, I cried by reason of mine affliction unto the Lord, and he heard me out of the belly of hell.
Out of what?
Out out of the belly of hell.
What was the fish's belly called? Hell. Because hell is what? A condition. You understand that? You got Lamentations? Oh, read that.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 116 and verse 3.
Bring it out.
The sorrows of death compassed me.
See, the sorrows of death compassed me. Come on.
And the pains of hell gat hold upon me.
See that? The pains of hell, meaning the condition that he was in during that time. Right? Read, finish it up.
I found trouble and sorrow.
You see that? So hell, trouble, and sorrow. Matter of fact, get that in, what's that, in Isaiah? 3? You know what I'm talking about? Captivity being hell. 3 and... I think it's 3. Give me my sword. Give me 1 second, my dear brother. Yes. We'll start at 13. Read.
Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 13.
Bring it out.
Therefore my people are gone into captivity.
So therefore the Israelites have gone into captivity, right? Read.
Have gone into captivity because they have no knowledge, and their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst. Therefore hell hath
Therefore what?
Hell.
Therefore what?
Hell.
Therefore hell. So what is captivity? Hell. It's hell to be whipped. It's hell to have your pregnant woman's belly cut open and the baby get ripped out and then sewn back together with a cat in it. It's hell to be tarred and feathered. It's hell to be skinned alive and your skin be made for boots and your skin be made for purses. It's hell to shave this man's head and take his hair and put it as a pillow. That's hell. And that's what our people went through. You understand? And now, this, once again, our hell was the white man's heaven. So when we are in our heaven, that's the white man's what? Hell. So since we went through captivity, what is to happen to the so-called white man?
Right.
There you go, read.
This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity.
Who led the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans into captivity? Read.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. That's the Bible. That's the gospel. Read.
It's the book of Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them. And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them.
Shall what?
Shall possess them.
They shall be our possession. Read.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
Slaves. Come on.
And they shall take them captives whose captives they were.
We're going to take them captives whose captives we were. Come on.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
We're going to rule over our oppressors, man.
That's right.
You got a precept? You understand that? So that's the gospel. That we will once again rule and reign on this earth. But this is why we had to go through this. You understand? But there is get on Baruch 2. You know what I want? 2 and 28. But we had to go through this oppression. We had to go through this slavery so we can actually appreciate what is to come. You understand that? You have any other questions?
Not really. I just want to learn more about
The book of Enoch? Okay. I'm going to read this precept and I'm going to show you how the book of Enoch, just throw it in fire. Because the book of Enoch is garbage. You understand? You believe in fallen angels? You know you're looking at a fallen angel? We are the fallen angels.
Right.
Because we fell from our first estate.
Bring it out.
You understand? I'm going to show you this. Read.
You want Lamentations?
No, not yet. I want the verse I just called.
Oh,
and
Baruch
first.
first.
You got it?
I got
Let
Baruch
him
too.
read. You get Lamentations.
Okay,
You hold that. Let him read Baruch.
This is Baruch chapter 2 and verse 28.
Bring it out.
Thou speakest by thy servant Moses in the day
Jump down to 29, straight to the point.
Verse 29, if you will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations.
So the great multitude shall be turned into a small number. That's why they call us minorities. It's in the Bible. Read.
Where I will scatter them. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves.
This is why we're coming back to who we are. Because in the land of our captivities, we are remembering ourselves. In 1 Kings 8 and 46, it says, we shall bethink ourselves after we begin to pray to the Most High for supplication and salvation. You understand that? So, you said the book of Enoch. What makes you interested in the book of Enoch?
Probably just the fallen angels.
The fallen angels? So why do you believe in the fallen angels?
The Bible.
Where in the Bible?
I don't know. I just heard God taken out of the Bible. So
What got taken out of the Bible? Enoch? Now Enoch was never in it. Enoch came about from rabbinical synchronism, right? So what happened during the Hellenistic era is they began to mold the myths and stories of the Grecians, the Greeks, with biblical concepts, and that began to happen a lot during the Hellenistic time, right? So a group is known as today as the Essenes. The Essenes that were scribes, and there were many different sects of the Essenes, but there was a certain sect of the Essenes that what they began to teach, once again, was Greek mythology and mix it with biblical concepts. And that's where you get the false concept today of a fallen angel. The Bible, there is no fallen angels in the Bible. That's false. That's Greek mythology. That's a European concept of when they read the Bible. In order to understand the Bible, you have to understand ancient Near East thought, right? And believe it or not, ancient Near East thought, you hear it in rap music.
right,
You hear it in the ghettos.
right.
When they say, yo, watch out for homie, man, that's a snake. Our Ebonics itself is ancient Near East culture. So when we spoke, or when we speak, I should say, in the ghettos, is the same way we were speaking when we were writing down the Bible. You understand? So get Genesis 6. Who got it? Read.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 6. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them,
So this is where the concept of fallen angels come from. Read.
that the sons of God saw the daughters of men.
So the sons of God, who are the sons of God? Huh? There's no Israelites here. Israelites aren't born yet. So who are the sons of God? You got Luke 3:38.
Where's the other one in Romans 8?
This is Luke chapter 3 and verse 38.
Bring it up.
Which was the son of Enos, which was the son of Seth, which was the son of Adam, which was the son of God.
So who are the sons of God? The children of Adam. Because Adam was not the first man. Adam was the man who was chosen to rule the earth. You understand? I know this is a lot. Right? I know this is a lot. But what I'm trying to show you is fallen angels is false. Who got Romans 8?
Got it.
Read.
It's the book of Romans chapter 8 verse 19. Bring it up. For the earnest expectation of the creature.
No, that's not it. There's another one.
Want me to jump down?
No, there's another one. What is it? Yeah, read that.
Romans chapter 8 and verse 14. But as many as are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God.
So the men who are the sons of God is the one that are led by the Spirit. So before there was an Israelite, through the Adamites, right? Through the lineage of Adam, these were the kings and priests of the earth.
Right.
The daughters of men were the children of the other nations that were upon the earth at that time.
Bring it out.
You understand? Back to Genesis 6.
It's the book of Genesis. It's the book of Genesis chapter 6 and verse 2. That the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair.
Go ahead.
And that they took them wives of all which they chose.
Come on.
And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants in the earth.
So what are the giants?
I heard that they were angels that had sex with
The Nephilim. Right? No. Now, do you know the book of Enoch says that a woman was giving birth to somebody 450 feet tall? Is that possible? But it's in the book of Enoch. You know the book of Enoch also said it rained and snowed before the flood? The Bible don't say that. You know the book of Enoch also says that the angels built the ark, Noah's ark? The Bible don't say that. Huh? Noah built it. You know the book of Enoch also says that the woman that had sex with the angels turned into mermaids? Come on.
Right.
That sounds a little far-fetched, right? But this is what is in the book of Enoch. It's a comic book. It's a very well-written comic book, though. I'll give it to him. Very well-written comic book. But it's not inspired by God. You understand? Read.
It's the book of Genesis chapter 6 and verse 3.
Bring it out.
Salakia 4. There were giants in the earth in those days.
Giants simply means people who are in a high status. Now, who are the giants of the earth today? There you go. That's a great point. Celebrities. People with influence. People who are renowned. People with money. People who can, at a press of a button, they can create a war. People that tell you go left and the entire world goes left. People that tell you gotta wear a mask, COVID, and the entire world wears a mask. Those are the giants of today. Right. But this is what the Bible's talking about. Remember I told you that the Bible speaks in ebonics, right? Read it.
There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that. When the sons of God came into the daughters of men, they bare children to them. And the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown.
See that? So these men became mighty men, men of renown. So while the sons of God, right, the chosen lineage, was laying with the daughters of men, these men became men who are renowned. Right? Read.
And God saw that the wickedness of man...
No, the wickedness of angels.
And God saw that the wickedness of man...
No, the wickedness of the Nephilim.
And God saw that the wickedness of man...
See how sometimes all you got to do is keep reading?
Right.
Because the Bible is going to give you the answer. Read. You know, get that precept where it says, it shall, in Christ's return, it shall be as the days of Noah. Read.
And God saw that the wickedness of man...
That the wickedness of man, come on,
was great in the earth.
Go ahead.
And that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
You see that? So it was the wickedness of men. Because when we begin to mix our seed among the nations, what happens? We begin to follow their customs. This is what the Bible is talking about. You understand? Read.
This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 37.
Bring it out.
But as the days of Noah were,
Come on.
so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
So shall the coming of the Son of Man be. You believe Christ is returning, right? And you believe we're in the latter days, right? Okay, so where's the giants? Where's the fallen angels sleeping with the daughters of men? And if it shall be as the days of Noah. Doesn't make sense, right? Get that in Jude.
This is Jude chapter 1 and verse 6. And the angels which kept not their first estate.
And the angels which kept not their first estate. Read.
But left their own habitation, he he hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness until the judgment of the great day.
Now, the Christian church will also teach you the fallen angels, and these are talking about the Nephilim. No. It's the everlasting change of darkness is your flesh. Because what is promised to come is an incorruptible body. Get that in 1 Corinthians 15. It's an incorruptible body. A body that will not be suffering under sin. A body that will not suffer under temptation. You understand? That is that chains of everlasting darkness. All right? So this is what the Bible is really talking about. You got it? Read.
1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 53. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory.
You see that? So death being swallowed up in victory doesn't mean we're going to live for 1,000,000 years. What this is talking about is you're not going to hear about a drive-by in the kingdom. You're not going to hear about somebody ODing with a needle in their arm. You're not going to hear about somebody getting into a car accident, a plane crash, a bomb dropping somewhere. That's death. We're living in death when you look around. Disease, famine, right? Poverty, oppression, that's death. You understand? That's why it says death and hell shall be cast into the lake of fire.
Yep.
You understand? That lake of fire is nuclear thermal destruction.
That's right.
That's what's coming to America. That's why that war is brewing with Russia and China and Israel and Palestine. Because they're all going to begin to look at this great whore known as America. And they're going to destroy this place, man. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Holy Bible, man. Right? Get Isaiah 9 and 5. Isaiah chapter 9 verse 5. You get Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 12. You get the book of 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 9, I believe it starts. Read.
It's the book of Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise.
Go ahead.
And garments rolled in blood.
So every battle of the warrior in ancient times was with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. That's sword fighting, right? Arrows. Read.
But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
But the war to come shall be with burning and fuel of fire. That's nuclear thermal destruction that's coming to America near you. Read.
This is Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
So this is the plague that is going to come to all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Come on.
Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
You ever seen Terminator 2? No? Well, in Terminator 2, in the beginning, there's a scene of a nuclear bomb going off, and he's standing there, and the first things that begin to melt away is his skin and his eyeballs. Let me show you where they got that from. Read it again. It's what?
Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
So their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. Come on.
And their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
See that? That's nuclear destruction coming upon America, man.
Bring it out.
You got that in Peter's? Read.
2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
The Lord is not slack.
Jump to verse 10.
Verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night.
See, the day of the Lord is going to come like a thief in the night, man. But the Lord has ordained his prophets and his apostles to come out here and teach the true word of God. Right. It is not a coincidence that you walked by and you handed me a pamphlet that says, let me see what it says. Are you going to heaven? I should ask you that question, brother. Right? Are you going to heaven? Are you keeping God's laws? Do you have the true faith in the true Messiah? Do you understand who your enemy is?
No.
Are you fighting against the flesh? You understand? It's not a coincidence that you walk by me. Read.
Get that in Proverbs.
And the which the heavens shall pass away
And which the heavens shall pass away with what?
with a great noise,
The great noise. That's that drop of a nuclear bomb. Come on.
and the elements,
And the what?
and the elements,
And the elements. Come on.
and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
And the elements are going to be melted with fervent heat. Once again, that is nuclear thermal destruction, man. Finish it up.
The earth also and the works that therein shall be burnt up.
And the works also shall be burnt up. Hey, I want to talk about the Bible? All right, thank you for going into slavery soon. So that's what you have to understand, right? Is that this place is going to be destroyed with nuclear thermal destruction, man.
Right. That's right.
And the so-called white man is the devil that the Bible speaks
That's
of.
right.
You understand? You got that? Read.
So book of Proverbs chapter 20 and verse 24.
Bring it out.
Man's goings,
Say it again.
man's goings
What's your name, brother? Trey, right? Trey's goings, come on.
are of the Lord.
See, the Lord directed your steps here. Go ahead.
How can a man then understand his own way?
So how can you then understand your own way? It was ordained for you to walk by me and hand me that pamphlet. And me say, hey, brother, you better come back. How many times I told you to come back? A lot. Yo, but while you walking away, I said, yo, come back.
I said I'll come back, and I did.
And there you go. You did. Because the Lord wants you to hear this word.
That's
Wants
right.
you to hear this gospel.
That's
but
right.
since you heard this gospel and you're hearing this word, now it's time for you to put this into action. And you too, brother. Time for you to put this into action. Not just sit here and say, that was good, man. That was great. Get Ezekiel 33. I know what you got. Hold that. The GNT. Get Ezekiel 33 and verse 30. All right, hold what you... Oh, you got it? Read.
Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 30.
Bring it out.
Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord.
So everybody, when they walk by us, is like, yo, come hear this, man. The world is amazed that blacks and Hispanics are up here teaching the truth. The world is amazed that we're telling our people to put down the drugs, put down the guns, and come back to your God.
That's right.
They're amazed at this. Read.
Verse 31, and they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people. And they hear thy words, but they will not do them.
Say it again.
And they hear thy words, but they will not do them.
This is our problem. They hear and they beat that horn and they give us that fist pump and they say, keep up the good work, guys. But they don't do what the word says to do, man.
That's right.
It's 1 second, brother. It's falling upon deaf ears. Read.
Tell me one time.
But they will not do them, for with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness.
See that? Because their heart is going after what they desire, what they yearn after. They're not fighting the flesh to do what God wants them to do. You understand? Read.
Verse 32, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one.
See, we're like a song to people. That's what they hear it that. We're just like a song. And they always remember what we said. They carry it throughout their life. And every time they get locked up, and every time they break up with their woman, and every time they go through something, they hear our words. Because we're just like a lovely song. Right? Just like when you go through something with your woman, back in the days, and when a woman's fed up, that's what you hear in your head, like, dang, there ain't nothing you could do. Y'all probably too young for that. You understand? But that's what we hear. But in today's time, they hear the words of the prophets. Read.
For it can play well. Oh, Salaki. Verse 32. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that has a pleasant voice. It can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words.
They hear thy words,
but they do them not.
They do them not. So you have to do what God is telling you to do. Don't let this day be in vain. Read. Finish it up.
Verse 33, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet has been among them.
They shall know what?
They shall know that a prophet has been among them.
You shall know in that day that a prophet has been among you.
That's right.
That these were not just regular guys on the street corners. These are men ordained by the Most High to come out here day in and day out and teach our people the truth and gather the elect from the four winds so we can make it out of this kingdom, man.
Right.
Manashah, you had a precept? Read that.
James chapter 1 and verse 22.
Bring it out.
But be ye doers of the word.
Say it again.
But be ye doers of the word.
Be ye doers of the word,
And not hearers only.
and not hearers only. Finish it up.
Deceiving your own selves.
Deceiving your own self, man. You have to be a doer of what the word says. Do you understand that? You have some? Read that.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 5 and verse 7 in the G&T.
Come
Bring it
on.
out.
Come back to the Lord quickly.
You gotta come back to God, man. Quickly. Read.
Don't think that you can keep putting it off.
Don't think that you could just keep putting this off. And I'm gonna just come back on the next day. Read.
His anger can come upon you suddenly,
His anger can come upon you suddenly. Read.
and you will die under his punishment.
And you will die under his punishment, man. You understand that? So you have to come back to God. You have to come back to these laws.
Right.
You have to come back to the faith in the true Messiah. Because without him, we are all naught. We are nothing. You understand that? You have any other questions, brother? How about you? No? So what y'all plan to do after this day?
The will of God.
What's the will of God?
All his commandments. Spread the gospel.
Get John chapter 8 and verse 38. John 8 and 38. Can you do it by yourself? So what you supposed to do?
Find a positive.
Come to class, brother. That's what you're supposed to do. You too. Come to
You got
class.
my number, so.
I got your number. Read.
John chapter 8 and verse 38.
Bring it out.
I speak that which I have seen with my Father, and you do that which ye have seen with your father. They answered and said unto Abraham, said unto him, Abraham is our father.
It's 6 and 38. 6 and 38. Slack it. Go ahead. Slack.
John chapter 6 and verse 38. For I came down from heaven,
There you go.
not to do mine own will,
So Christ came down from heaven not to do his own will. Go ahead.
but the will of him that sent me.
But the will of him that sent him. Come on.
And this is the Father's will which hath sent me, that of all which he hath given me, I should lose nothing, but should raise it up again at the last day.
1 second. Read that again, bro.
Verse 40.
Yes, sir.
And this is the Father's will which he hath sent me, that of all which he hath given me, I should lose nothing, but should raise it up again.
What is he raising up again in the last day? The tabernacles of David, the kingdom of Israel. That's what you have to understand. That is your mission. That is the will of God. To raise up the kingdom of Israel, which is the kingdom of God on earth. You understand? Just as Christ came through the lineage of David, he is to sit upon that throne. He is to sit upon the throne upon the earth and rule this world. Right? There's a reason why they call him the King of Kings. Because we will be the kings underneath him. Ruling in sovereignty on this earth. Ratazah Yahweh. You understand that? So no other questions? All right, with that, I say, Kwam YASHARAHLA!
Kwam YASHARAHLA!
Kwam YASHARAHLA!
Kwam YASHARAHLA!
Kwam YASHARAHLA!
Kwam YASHARAHLA!
And death to America!
Death to America.